live right now, and there we are. We're fashionably late, but we're on here, man.
Hello.
Nissan Nerd Podcasts. Miles, we're on it. Everybody, for those who are there, hello. Hope you're having a great night.
Jazz
Myself,
fingers.
uh, I'm Mike DeLashmutt, and 3 miles beneath the Earth's crust is the biggest troll I've seen, Mr. Miles Hall.
What's up?
What kind of
So,
jacket is that, anyway?
oh, I thought you'd never ask.
Ah,
Oh, please, son.
okay.
Cobra Kai, never die.
Oh, is
Oh,
it?
it is a Cobra Kai jacket. Hold it. I might show you the back. Hold on. Oh, what's up, son?
Oh!
Oh, I got the socks. I got the underoos. Merry Christmas.
Oh,
And then,
wow.
yeah, I got the full combination. And then you don't know about this just yet.
Okay.
Oh, Infamous Brewing has come up with a beer called Sweep the Leg.
Sweep. It's the brew. It's a beer.
The beer, it's called Sweep the Leg. So,
Wow.
yeah,
That's
we're going to crack
if
this
I was
open.
there, it is. If
Oh, yeah, well, it's
if you
New
could be
Year's
if you
and
could be any
Jesus
more of a
Christ.
fanboy,
In a
if you could
year,
be
what's up?
if you could be any more of a fanboy, this would be it. So
I
that's
am. I
awesome.
actually got to meet Ralph Macchio and the other guy, Zabik, I think is his name.
Yeah.
Me and some of the guys from TT.net met him a long time ago. Super cool dude. And we dressed up like them when we saw him at Comic Con. Super nice guys. But anyway, I'm
Yeah.
super jazzed that Cobra Kai is on Netflix.
hmm
Not plugging it. I'm just saying, all right, let's get off of that. We
Can
got a
I
show to do.
can I share with you what I'm drinking?
Oh, yeah, come on.
I want to give a
How's
shout out
that
to.
Shirley Temple? Let's go. Let's see what
So,
we got.
yeah, right. So you're a beer guy. I'm not so much, but a good friend of mine, Joe, from the Z Club, brought me
Mm.
a bourbon, and I'll share it right now. Just briefly here, I'm going to pour it right now. It's called Fighting Cock. Fighting Cock, 103 proof.
We're operating at a PG level, and you have to kick us up at a PG 13.
I'm going to pour this right now because I didn't want to fumble with the label. But I got a shot with me now, and I'm going to make a little mixture later on, so we'll go from that. So I know you've already had a drink, but Miles Kanpai, let's get this started.
Kanpai.
All right,
All right.
clink.
Sweep a leg, Johnny. Wow.
Wow.
Your eyes are watering. Yeah. Look, you already grew a mustache. Mm.
Felt good.
All right. Yeah. Let's party. All right. So this is our
Yeah,
first live. This is our first live episode we've ever done. So
we're giving it
how's
a
it?
shot, aren't we?
We are giving it. I am gonna derobe. Watch out.
Where's
Oh,
the music? Cue the
yeah, it
music.
is. Booyah Kasha, twin
It was
turbo.net.
actually cold today. You probably need to use it today too, man. I'm not
We'll
sure
try.
about you. It's cold and wet today.
We'll leave that alone. All right.
Mm.
So we got a show to cover today. We got a
Mhm.
lot of stuff to go over, and it's been a hell of a year. We decided to go live for this episode. We think in the future we're going to be coming to you live a little bit more often in the future. So that's why we bought all this new software. We bought these new computers. We got these fancy headsets, and here we are. We finally have a budget. But
Would you say it's a budget? Yeah, yeah.
well, we kind of blew the budget on the beer.
We
A few
kind of
things
did.
there.
Yeah,
I also
but we're
blew the
getting
last.
there. We're one step closer. I mean, I I was told I didn't have a face for cameras, but
Oh, but
here
you
we
have.
are.
Uh, I got to tell you one thing, and I got to be
Sure.
honest with you.
Okay.
I blew the last of the budget, and it's kind of true that you do have a face for radio. But you know what? Guess what? We
Mm.
have potentially a face for TV, and to prove it to you, I
What
I
did you
brought up.
do, man?
I did a little something, nothing fancy. If I may, I want to
Go
show you something.
go for it.
Oh, please.
Uh,
Mhm.
I
Go on.
okay. You ready?
Oh, I am.
It there it is. What the Did you
That's it
make
right
that?
there. I did make that. I blew
Oh,
the last of our budget on that. That's it. Oh,
am,
there's more.
am I Vin Diesel?
You are Vin Diesel. Oh,
Hey,
there's
I
so
am.
much.
And you're Paul. Okay, I got you.
Uh,
Deep fakes.
deep
Oh my
fakes.
God. These are on the
Oh,
page now. Oh, these are on
these
your
are, these
page.
are on my page. Yeah, that's pretty good
That's
stuff.
pretty cool, man. I like your ingenuity on that one.
Yeah, I try.
I think
All right.
everybody's got a little space in their heart for Fast and the Furious, no matter how ridiculous it gets. So I love it,
Yeah,
man.
we
I'm
try.
glad you were thinking about it.
All right. So let's see here. We got to cover something.
Mhm.
Let's go right into it. Let's kind of talk about what we got going on in maybe Nissan news. Now, I got
Yeah.
something the other day that came in. It was pretty cool. All right, because I got stuff all over this place. I'm in the bottom of the Earth's core here. So this
hmm
came in the mail the other day.
Did you got yours already?
I already got mine.
Mine's in the mail. Mine's in
All
the
right.
mail, but I can't wait to get it.
So for those that don't know, this is actually the um, book that Art Singer put out. He's been an editor for multiple Nissan magazines for 1,000 years. But so he's gone to just about every ZCon, every Branson. He's gone to Nismo. He's gone to ZNats. So I just want to tell everybody, if you get a chance to pick this up, we'll try to put a link for it. This was a pre-sale item only for a while, but I think Art might do another batch if we beg him and plead with him to kind of do it. So
Mhm.
now in this is all the histories of all the years that have been here. And Camagon, 1995, Atlanta Georgia.
Yeah.
Booyah, booyah, booyah.
You got that. That's Texas Club Air 2006. So it chronicles the
Yeah, yeah.
life of Zcon
Yeah,
per
dude,
year.
it's legit. And then there's tons and tons of photos in here. Johnny's in here. I was kind of teared me
Oh
up just a
man,
little bit. Matsuo's in here. I mean, Mr. K, obviously he's in here like 1,000 times. It's awesome, dude. But
that's awesome.
kudos to Art. Art Singer. I mean, to be able to secure the first Zcon in Aspen. A lot of people don't know about that, but dude, to secure the first one,
hmm
hell yeah. I mean, this is a lot of pages. 147 pages of goodness. So if you get a
That's
chance, pick up one of these. I know they're going to be limited runs, but I think Art, if we beg him hard enough, he might do another grouping of these. But highly
good point.
suggestible. I know you ordered it. I
I
got
did.
it.
I did. You're spoiling it all for me already, but I still
Yeah,
can't wait to see it though.
yeah.
Uh,
Mike Taylor actually put a foreword in here. Art Singer did an amazing job on this. For those that kind of skipped over it, it took me a few times at the very beginning. And I'm buying two of these, so I'll bend it up pretty nice for you guys. But because you have to have a party one, and you got a one that you save for historic
true.
purposes.
True.
But I really like this book because Art is truly a car guy, and he's truly a community ambassador for the Z
hmm
community. Right. And if you go into the first page of the book, a lot of people skipped over this, but this book is dedicated to the memory of Z friends that were lost. And it was
Mm.
like Carolyn Dudley, Troy Elms, Ken
Oh.
Frakes, Mr. K, Jerry Colburn, David Johnson, Mr. Matsuo, John
Oh,
Coffey, Bill Moreau, Jerry Patterson, Mike Kwan. We knew Mike Kwan pretty well.
we did.
Fred Jordan. Man, I mean, this whole book, it really took me back, and I've been doing this Zcon game forever. For those that don't know, you need to
Mhm.
attend a Zcon if you haven't won one of those. Log on to ZCA's website and get one, and get in with that. Support the community, but get one of those magazines. We'll try to provide a link at the end of this episode if
There
we
you go.
can, or you can just spam Art's email right there at the bottom. Just make a mention that we mentioned it on there, and
Yeah.
that we told him that if you begged him enough and sent him frontal nudity pictures, he might.
I
And,
heard I heard two things. One was, well, first of all, it wasn't the frontal nudity, but I mean, hey, what I did hear though was this email here. If you want to get on a waiting list, at the very least, there will be a waiting list for the next batch that comes out because there needs to be a certain amount of commitment for the second edition. But
excellent.
there are some places online that are actually they have it for sale through their online store. I believe Z Spec. They do some fasteners. They're a company. They have, I believe, a listing for it, or will in the future. We'll see. So, but at the very least, you have the email in front of you guys. If you are interested in the Decon book that Miles has shown, hit up Art at this email, and I'm sure he'll get back to you. But I can't wait to see the book. I'm glad you shared it with me. Pinky's out.
Pinky out. That's how you know I'm classy. Yeah. All right.
All
But
right.
yes,
All right.
Again, a huge kudos to Art for putting that together. I can't say enough good things about him. He's always been like a mentor to me when I was in the journalism game. He was my boss for a short amount of time. But if you send him praises, maybe he'll do some good. Do that revisit. Oh, I see you drinking over there. What are you drinking?
You see me? Well, I'll show you what I got here. Yeah, in a second here.
What do you got?
Well, I've got the.
Drink your pain away.
I've got the. I hope my sponsor is not looking. But
your sponsor. All right.
No, I'm joking. No, I'm taking this fighting cock here with some Coke.
Of course you are.
It up,
of course, nice, water it down.
I am a fan of cocktails, I guess, if I had to choose. So.
All right.
No.
Yeah, go for it.
No, I was going to ask, while we're on the topic of ZCon, everybody that we know sometimes have a competition. How many ZCons have you gone to? I know you're going to beat me at this, but everybody has a number that they like to share. How many ZCons have you been to?
Well, considering you were in your father's testicular sack or coin purse when I went to my first one, I'm just kidding. I don't know, man. God, I probably got 12, maybe 13 under my belt, which is a lot. But I mean, there's a lot of people on here that'll probably beat me. A lot of people that follow our show that'll probably dwarf that. But yeah, probably like 12, 13 underneath my belt. I've got a lot of merch. I'll put it that way. Like I got a closet down here in this hole 3 miles below the Earth's crust. I got a lot of merch, ZCon merch that I still am swimming in. So.
Oh God. Well, I should open this up too. So
let's open it up. Let's see how many ZCons has everybody been to.
Exactly. So for those who are looking here, we definitely want to make this a fully interactive thing.
Hand movements.
Comment below. Yeah. Comment below, and we'll go ahead and share your comments as part of the podcast here. So, for those who have been to the ZCon, why can't I spell today? I am.
Because you're a public school educated.
Yeah. Youth. I'm sort of a grammar Nazi too. So yeah. Okay. So for anybody, please share your comments down below, and if not now, definitely by the end of the episode, we'll go ahead and share a few of you guys' comments and get there on that. So moving on, Miles. As part of Nissan News, did you say you had one more article, or did you want me to give it give me a shot?
No, I'm happy about talking over you this entire time. So let's see here. I have something that I want to show you. Okay. So I found this as I was kind of running through all the interwebs searching and stuff.
Okay.
So it was pretty cool. Let me see here if I can share this for you. And it was something that I found. It's basically just a quiz that is going to quiz you. What you think you're going to lose this quiz?
I hate quizzes. That's why.
All right. Well, let's find out if you're going to be any good at it. So I present to you, Mr. Mike DeLashmutt, a quiz. Now, this quiz is going to test you. Go ahead and bring it up for the folks at home.
All righty. Let's go.
Ooh. So this...
no! Sounds?
No, not sounds, my friend. Hold on. Let Daddy go back. Hold on.
Okay, now that makes more sense. Okay.
Now, this is the 2021 GTR sales certification. It basically is going to test you on everything that's going to be out for the new GTR. Now, let's see how good you are. It's 9 questions total.
9.
So Yeah, 9 questions. So,
Okay.
what helps stabilize airflow under the vehicle? Uh, cool powertrain components. What's on
So you're asking me these questions. Okay. So
Okay. Well, okay. Hold on. Hold on.
this is a
Yeah. No.
components. Yes.
Yeah. I messed this up. Okay. What are the advantages of the 2021 GTR underbody diffuser?
This is the question. Okay.
Yes. What are the advantages?
Well, okay. So yeah, it does divert flow from underneath the vehicle. There is certain types of airstream or aerodynamics that engineers like to have within a vehicle for cooling the car. So that would be my one.
Nerd time.
Go
All
figure.
right. That's
Am
it.
I right?
Help stabilize airflow into the
Okay.
vehicle. Cool powertrain components.
Okay, I knew
Yeah.
that before you even showed it, so I'm
Yeah.
just gonna say fair.
Well,
Fair.
it's because I showed it to you. Let's call it
Okay.
what it is.
All
All
right.
right. What is the advantage of the 2021 GTR's front and rear sonar system? Boop, brrr,
Sonar system.
boop, brrr.
That has to be new. I would say when I imagine sonar, I imagine
Go
uh,
on.
computer sensors, something that you can't see to the naked eye, perhaps in terms of driving. I'm thinking of all the driving assists. You know, when they have the whole it'll parallel park itself. There's some sensor that does things or braking. It's essentially automation in some sort.
I'm going to
Uh,
go with for getting away from Sean Connery in a submarine. That's the advantage.
That's the
Driver
answer.
is alerted to objects on the front or the rear of the vehicle.
Okay.
So I guess they're ditching the cameras and going to the fancy pants sonar. I like it.
Dude, it's the world we live in.
All right, next one.
Yeah.
What does the 2021 GTR's available active noise control do?
Gets rid of the excitement. I'm a fan of noise. I like all the sounds. I intentionally do
That's why
not
you're
use my
deaf.
radio.
All right,
Yes,
go
that
on.
is very true. So it's gonna be really hard for me to answer this one. So active noise control. Okay, well the GTR is a very sophisticated vehicle. I would say no matter what, even though it is making a lot of cool noises in my opinion,
Go on.
this is some sort of comfort for the luxury driver and passenger. I guess it'd be sound deadening. Quiet.
That's a long way to go for some sound ending. But yes,
Yeah,
I
it really
agree with
is.
you. But I want to say it's probably like it goes a little bit further because any fool can slap some stabilizer, um, some lick and stick, and put it on the car. I'm going to say this probably has a way to offset or mediate that.
Okay.
Let's find out. All right, helps reduce undesirable low frequency sound. I think we're both wrong, but in a sense, we're right because we can never be wrong. All right,
I'm still
moving
not
on.
a fan of. I'm still not a fan of sound control. I want all the noises.
You want solid
Personal.
sheet metal? All right, I got you.
What? It's like one of
Yeah.
those. Yeah, yeah.
All right. What is the advantage of combining three components into the 2021 GTR's independent rear transaxle?
Three components into independent rear
What's the
suspension
advantage?
transaxle. Okay, into independent rear transaxle.
Yeah.
Um,
All right.
I think that
You can bow out too if
no,
you're not
no,
man
no.
enough for it. It's all
I
right.
think I think that and I've seen even before 2021 the transaxle is sometimes what they call divorced from the engine, not like your traditional engine transmission bolted together up front.
Go on.
And I think even Corvettes do this, but they do it essentially for balance control or weight distribution. That would be my idea behind advantage.
I would say equal load leveling, but within
Okay.
the powertrain. Let's see. Oh, hold on. Booyah optimizes weight distribution and handling capabilities. I think we took the long way
Well,
road to answer
yeah,
something,
yeah, yeah.
but
Okay, okay.
we don't. We lack the vocabulary. We understand. All right,
Just the last
last.
question.
Yeah, sure. I'll make this your last one. What are the
Okay.
individual functions of the two carbon composite drive shafts on the 2021 GTR?
There's two individual function. Wait, sorry.
What are
Of
the
the two carbon
repeat?
composite
I'll
drive shafts,
quote as Trebek. I'll repeat the question. What are the
what
individual
is
functions of the two carbon composite drive shafts on the 2021 GTR?
okay? So carbon composite, I think lightweight. So unless I'm getting getting too deep into it, I would think lightweight carbon composite drive shafts. The reason why there's two, I There has to be a reason why there's two. I would only my my thought would be, again, ride stability. Maybe there's some sort of whatever their advantage is behind having two separate drive shafts. I know there's a front and a rear. It's all-wheel drive. I do understand that, but besides being lightweight, I would say just lower dampening,
Okay.
lower ride vibration.
I'm gonna say carbon for killing unsprung or reciprocating mass,
Mhm.
and two because it needs to make all those damn wheels go. All right, so let's see what we got here. One transmits power from the engine to the transaxle. One transmits power from the transaxle to the front wheels. It's basically
Yeah,
like
I think we kind of knew that. Yeah, yeah.
All right. All right. Now you have your choice. Do you want to call it that? Do you want to end it?
One more.
Yeah.
Last one.
Right.
Last one.
2021 GTR requires special synthetic fluids for.
Justify the pricing point, but no, no. Can I be snarky? I'm sorry. I love neat. Obviously, we know
Snarky.
we're both fanboys, man.
I'm gonna say special synthetic fluids because, quite honestly, it's a GTR and let's call it it's a high end vehicle, so it's going to require special synthetics all the time. So,
I agree. I mean, these engines are made by hand or assembled by hand. What's the name of the committee that they there's like 7 guys that make every engine for the Nissan GTR. By the way, not to quiz you, I'm going to throw that back on you. That might be a pretty. I know it's a Japanese term.
you're getting ugly. Yeah, I know what you
Either
mean.
way, what I'm saying is that
A little
the
rusty.
amount of attention that goes into these engines, and when you factor in the synthetic fluid, um, I would say just for the tight tolerances that are within the block castings, and you need tight tolerances with turbocharged vehicles in general too. So maybe the oil is the sophisticated oil is there to accommodate that. That's going to be my guess.
All right. Select all.
What?
Yeah.
Is
Basically.
that's their?
That's it. That's it. That's what they said.
All right.
All right.
That was pretty fun. So
Yeah.
this is actually a quiz. Now, is this something that Nissan sells?
Yeah. They do it for the certification so they can, I guess, pitch the customer the 2021, which is kind of crazy.
That's pretty crazy. So you found that. So Nissan dealership salesman, whenever somebody comes online and needs to learn more about the Nissan GTR, the latest model, they're using these certain type of quizzes, and you just happen across it. I guess it's part of your online digging for
Online digging. I got into some crazy stuff. But hey, before we go into the next thing, we got to say hello to some of these folks that are online with us.
Yes. Who do we got?
We got a lot actually. We got Kendrick. We got George Music. Let's see here. Gabriella Edith. Saying Kampai. What's up? And then Brent McLean. We got John Oh my God. Papa Sageria. What's up? Brent McLean. I got Mikes. We got Mr. Avalos in the house and Freddie.
That's the answer. The Takumi. When we're talking about the assembling
team of
the GTR engine, it's Takumi.
Well,
you sir are a nerd, and I'll salute you for that one. Yeah.
Kudos. All right. So you got an article. Now it's time for you to work for your little drink there. What do you got?
Oh, it's burning. It's burning.
It burns all the
mixture. Yeah.
Voices in my head makes them go away.
I didn't regulate the mixture on that one, but yes. Okay. So the article I'm willing to bring to the table for this episode. It's also a book, unlike the Zcon book, but this was actually something that Nissan corporate shared, and it comes from their North American headquarters in Tennessee. I'm typically not one to express celebration for holidays, but deep down I do, and this is actually one of them. So I'll share this. This is what I'm thinking here, and I'll go ahead and share my screen on this. A Nissan family cookbook, holiday gift to the community. So from headquarters in Nashville, 140 delicious recipes, appetizers. This was as far as the obviously pandemic area to bring help people feel connected. These recipes come from team members within the Nissan ranks. So, and you see a few examples here from the Smyrna, Tennessee plants. There are some recipes from them, and they do carry special meaning. So these weren't just a bleh, like
Oh,
just
it
a
was
mixed
something
match.
this was actually maybe a family recipe or something handed down. That's kind of
Yeah,
sweet.
it
Yeah.
brings it definitely shows how big the Nissan community
From
is,
us
or
to
the
you
Nissan
kind of thing.
teams are,
Yeah,
huh?
from
And
us
so,
to you. Yeah, that's cute.
yeah. So the cool thing about it is that this is a free download. So if you go to the site, there is a free download. I think you says download here, and if you can see that, right? And they say 140 recipes. They mean it. So when you download this thing, 159 pages. This cookbook. So they weren't playing around. This wasn't like a brochure or a, you know, 6 pages. This is actually something they really put a lot of thought into. So I really liked it. It's the first edition. They haven't done this before. So if for anybody of those who are foodies, I, I might be one of them. So there are some really good um, recipes. You got your appetizers, breads. Now, a few of them, I did go down the list, and I saw a few that were, I guess, what I would call my favorites that piqued my curiosity. So, who knows? Maybe in the next couple of weeks here, I'll try to make some of these myself. But what I saw was a jalapeno cheese dip. I like spice,
You
so
like
that's what
cheese.
I
Let's
like
be
that one.
realistic.
I
Like
like
cheese.
I like jalapenos. I like cheese, and I like dips. So, I mean, how can you not go wrong with that one?
It's got my three favorite words in it. All
Yeah.
right.
And the other one was more for the. I, I'm I I tend to stay away from junk food, but this one kind of won me over. It was a Doritos casserole, and so that I actually pretty liked it. And it's on this. It's in this. So for anybody who's interested, this is a free download. I'm going to go ahead and put here Nissan recipe book.
All right.
So you can see it. Yes. So anyway, if you go to the Nissan news website, there is a link there. Tons and tons of recipes. If you guys get a chance or are curious about some new recipes, here's the one thing too I wanted to mention, which is these are recipes, at least from the examples they were given, were from people within Tennessee. And when I think of that region, I think of some really good Southern cooking. So there's a lot of fried, and there's a lot of just some good, like just some really good food that comes from the heart. The secret ingredient, it's love. So,
Yeah.
uh, that being said, a lot of the recipes are pretty interesting though. I'm really I'm liking them. So if you're a fan, check out Nissan's site though. Their recipe book. That was what I wanted to go ahead and share with you guys on that one.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
So let's go into what we got new. Now, there's some notable news from Japan. You and I caught the article the same day.
Mhm.
Go ahead. You want to talk about it? It's kind of sad, but we don't know what's going to happen just yet. But you want to spill the beans on it?
Are you talking about the karting
Yeah.
out of Japan? Okay, so I mentioned this for a specific reason. Let me share the article with you guys. Uh, Now, Nintendo. Okay, so for those who aren't familiar, there is a karting experience where you drive go karts through downtown Tokyo. This is guided, but the carts are kind of dressed up, sort of like Mario Kart gaming from Nintendo. I'm a big fan of Mario Kart. I'm not sure about you, Miles. Are you how deep into the Mario Kart ranks have you dug into?
Well, actually, pretty damn deep. But hold on. So have you? Okay, so this is an amazing experience. I've actually done it myself, and I know you got your link up there, but I want to show you the actual link for the folks. So
I got
drop
you.
yours. I'll show you what I got going on here, Chief. 1 second, please.
Can you see yourself, by the way?
I can actually. So here you go. So basically, these. Oh, you smartass. Yeah, actually, that's what it was. I was Yoshi. I went out and I had a really good time with some of the guys out of the
I
Texas area.
so wished I had been there, but yes.
Oh, dude,
Go
that was
ahead.
an
Go ahead.
experience, man. So I'll let you know my experience. So we arrived, and we were one of the first groups out of the Z Crazies. For those that don't know, the Z Crazies is a group that the ZCCA takes to Japan once a year. And usually we go with Mad Mike, Chris Carl, a good handful of us. But we go and we hang out with other Z clubs. We do some really once in a lifetime type of things.
It's true.
This is the first year that we actually tried out Mario Kart, excuse me. And there's an important difference there because we're going to discuss that here in just a minute. But the beautiful thing about this is they have a day run and they have a night run. So the day run, you
Oh,
basically jump on these during the day, and they let you get in these carts, and you actually drive alongside traffic in Japan, and while you're dressed up with all these, and they take you to I guess it's like the Paris. Oh my God, people are going to crucify me for not knowing this, but
Tokyo
the
Tower.
Tokyo Tower. They take us to the Tokyo Tower and a few other stuff. So we stopped by a mall. This was just our experience, and
Hmm.
it was great. We took some photos, and we for a quick second there was a hint of extreme danger because we actually jumped on the highway for about a good 2 miles, which it
That
was just
wouldn't.
you jumped on and then you jumped off, but it was just enough to be like, I know they drive on the opposite side of the road, and I'm gonna say it like you're just trying to like capture everything in the on the maintain your road, but you have to
Mhm.
drive. The other thing was you have to have an international license, which I was like, oh man, I'm gonna have to go to like a driving school and everything else. They're like, no, you just go to AAA, you pay them $16 and that, and you got a valid driver's license, you jump over there. And I'm like, they obviously don't know yet about us. So we drove on there, had a great experience. We did that. We were going to go back and do the night, but we just didn't have enough time. I know a few guys from the Z Gracies tour and other independent folks have enjoyed it, but it was a blast. If I go back to Japan, which you and I were planning on going back in probably 2021 or maybe the end of
Yeah.
2022, if the budget allows,
It's been long enough, and we need to
we do. But to put a damper on this, some new news came down the pipeline on this. Take it over, Mike.
go for it. No problem. So this is from the Nissan. Sorry, from Yahoo site though. But because Mario Kart, obviously everybody knows if you're dressing up like Mario or Nintendo characters, and you're not licensed by the creators Nintendo of this, there's a lawsuit coming. So this is exactly what happened. They called it a victory against a knockoff Mario Kart tour. Now I
Oof.
admire. I don't care, man. Take away the costumes. It's okay. I love the experience though, and everybody kind of gets the idea already. Even if they don't have the costumes, you know what? I don't care. I'm getting ahead of myself. So there was a judgment against Mario Kart, which I believe now is named Street Kart. I think per your webpage you just shared, it was Street Kart.
Well,
But just like you said, driving through downtown, there's a day and night cruise. There has been changes to differentiate what
what can be
to keep
said?
away from Nintendo characters. Obviously, there was a 10 million yen judgment, $97,000.
I was gonna say you do the math on that. So
Yeah, yeah, right. It's thank you for. I would say thanks to this article for doing that conversion for me right away because there's no way.
go on.
um, okay, so in a final appeal, the judgment was boosted to 50 million yen. So that's gotta hurt.
Yeah.
Uh, has been losing customers in droves too. So COVID has hit this company as well. In addition to this lawsuit, on the other hand, says giving fans a chance to experience the game in real on its upcoming. Okay, so there is actually a consolation to this, which the article wanted to mention, which is that Nintendo, on the other hand, is giving fans a chance to experience the game for real in its upcoming Mario Kart roller coaster as part of its Super Nintendo World opening in spring of 2021.
Great plug. All right.
Right, right. You would think.
Like, hey, we just took something away from you that you love, but guess what? We're gonna give you something lukewarm that you're
It's
gonna enjoy.
it's going to be the whole Disney World, essentially Nintendo's version of Disneyland or Disney World with this karting roller coaster. I I don't unless I overlooked it. It didn't say much about what's going to happen. I see the company was hit with the fine, although I hope
Uh-huh.
that I hope that the company isn't going under. I hope that it does recuperate in some way and maintains that driving experience in traffic as a tourist. That's something I really wanted. My first visit to Japan, it's one of those things where you kind of wish in hindsight to say, I wish I had a driving license. And for this card experience, kind of going to be like a loophole if you can find them and get scheduled while you're there. It was a really good experience that I really hope this company keeps together, regardless of whether it's related to Nintendo or not. I hope they can definitely rebound from this still.
Yeah,
Uh,
so pull up those photos. I'll kind of, yeah, I know,
yeah.
I agree, but I mean, I still have to say the event was next level for us. We had a blast. Um,
Oh,
and give a shout out to my boys, Luis Carriles. By the way, it's his birthday today.
is it
Officially, yeah, roughly in about 4 hours. So we'll call it an early one. Happy
his
birthday,
birthday?
Luis. I
Luis,
got
come
my boy
by.
Sean Buck over here, who's now retired because he has 47 kids, no lie. Sean Farah, owner of SPL Parts. And every time he sends out a package, that's exactly his face. Let's see here. He ships all your stuff all day long. Sean Farah, way too tight of a crotch. Moving on. Whoa.
This
I totally
is
forgot about these.
a little too personal, man.
Yeah,
This is from your personal Facebook, by the way.
this
You
is
did
from my
this back in
personal Facebook. Yeah,
2015, 5 years ago.
yeah, it's been a minute. So, but yeah, it's we had a blast, man. So, but yeah, I highly recommend it if you get out there to Japan and get into Tokyo. This was like a hop, skip, and a jump from Akihabara, if I remember correctly. So it was awesome. I cannot stress enough how fun that is, regardless of the lawsuit and the name change. Amazing thing to do. I wish we would do something like that in the States. Just get
I
those and
really
let
wish,
people
yeah.
rip them on the highway.
Oh man, that would be so cool. I
Yeah,
mean,
jet toll strike. Like,
I
I'm
really
just
wish
saying.
it was somewhere to do it, and maybe there is for anybody who is listening who says, but if there
Yeah,
is
well,
something happening,
actually,
share it.
so just to make a note, Tom Choi said, "Yeah, we were right. Tokyo Tower."
Yep.
James Fergie, old dirty Ferg, said Japan carts can't be any more dangerous than a Z Sport kart event. I should know. I've broken 2 ribs. And then George Musik said, "Didn't they do a similar thing to Adam West?" Huh? I don't know. I don't know the Adam West reference, but throw it down. Throw a link. We'll take a look at it, man. Adam West.
For those who are
Adam
interactive,
West is
definitely keep
Batman,
things
but
going. Adam
what?
West, we know Adam West, Batman. Talking about the
Yeah.
'60s, very Batman, and
Did they
uh,
do a Batman Mario Kart? Because that would be awesome too.
that could be a possible idea.
George, find the link. Let us send it to us. We'll look at it. Awesome. Because I'm always down. All right.
Awesome.
So, all
So,
right. What's next
moving
on the
on.
list? We got to talk about motorsports.
Okay, so as part of our segment here at this episode, we do a motorsports recap. This is something that was actually exciting in our last episode. And if you'll let me go ahead and I'll start this one, Miles.
Hit it, baby. Go do it. Do what you got to
All
do.
right, all right.
How
Let me
many?
go ahead.
Okay, hold on. Before you do it, you got to take a drink.
God, even online, you are an instigator. But you know
Hey,
what?
you know my 5 bar rule? Every
You do
time
have
I
a
go
rule.
out,
Every time,
five, 5 bars. Let's go.
let me let everybody know one little secret. For those who are online too, who know Miles personally, you will know that he is the ultimate event planner. He knows how to get people messed up. So I'm saying, even virtual online, I still have my drink here. Okay, it's time.
That's slander and that's childress. Keep going. Keep going. Come on. Go. Oh, no, keep going. Drink a little more for mama. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Happy New Year's, baby. Happy New Year's. Let those roofies
If my
kick in.
event, if my words start to slur, you need to count me out. I'm going to be
No,
honest with
oh,
you.
don't worry. We'll keep the. All
Okay,
right.
so
Keep going.
motorsports recap. I wanted to go ahead and share. I'll share a link here. This is regarding F1. Nissan, let's just call it Infinity Renault. It kind of was a stretch, but Infinity is involved in F1. If you see the Renault vehicle, you will see an Infinity logo on that vehicle. So that's what I wanted to share with you. So the last race, and I mentioned it in the last episode, the last race was in Abu Dhabi, and this was early December. I guess it was December 13th.
That's about right. Yeah.
They have their 2 drivers, Danny Ricardo, and Esteban
Hold on.
Ocon.
Say Danny Ricardo again.
The what?
Danny Ricardo again. You know you
Danny
like it.
Ricardo.
Say,
Danny
say it
Rick.
like it. Say it like when you say it with me. Say Danny Ricardo.
Team Renault, though, in general, though, this was the last race of the season. Wanted to give you guys an update on how Renault did, Renault Infinity did. As part of the race here, Danny Ricciardo got 7th place in the final race of the season. And Esteban, oh, here, hold on, let me go ahead and share my screen. My mistake. Is it there? Let me go ahead and stream. There it is. Okay. Esteban, Danny Ricciardo got 7th place in the last race. Esteban Ocon had gotten 9th in that last race in Abu Dhabi. Those results into Renault Infinity as a constructor brought them into 5th place. And let me go ahead and get my notes here. Renault in general, Infinity involved there was 5th place in the 2020 season. That was sort of as we expected as of the last episode. Now, Ricardo will no longer be a driver going forward for Renault in the future. He is going to McLaren. He's being replaced by Fernando Alonso, who is actually a previous Renault driver. Very, very seasoned. He had recently retired a year or two ago, and now he's back. So he's definitely generating a lot of excitement for the team and for F1 with his return. But want to give props to Renault Infinity for being 5th place in the season. What else we got here? Next season should be rather exciting. Oh, I should mention one thing. Ricardo did something pretty. I wouldn't say it's impressive, but there's what they call a triple crown during any given racing weekend. It's when a driver gets pole position in qualifying, 1st place in the race, and also fastest lap of the race. That's what they call. I believe they call it a triple crown. I could be wrong. I think it's triple crown though.
I think it's triple crown.
Now the winner of pole position was Max Verstappen. He also won 1st place. Literally up until the last lap, he was in line to have a triple crown. Also having the fastest lap of the race. Danny Ricciardo took it from him in the last lap of the race of the season. He was robbed, man. He was definitely robbed of that accolade, and it was fun to see, though. I mean, reporting from Infinity, you know, they're definitely competitive. Ricardo has some very fresh tires at that point, and it was a lot of fun to see, though. Now going forward, we gotta say this. I don't know whether I jinxed it, Miles. I'm going to share my screen on this as well. Sad news regarding Infinity and F1. This was just released the 22nd, about a week ago. Infinity is going to conclude its involvement in Formula One at the end of 2020. So I'm actually surprised. I mean, granted, oh man, after 10 successful years in prosperous partnerships, Renault will exit Formula One at the end of the year. This is through infinitynews.com for anybody who's interested. We'll have the link in the episode notes. But after 10 years, Infinity is going to go ahead and back out of F1 itself. Now, they do say here they will allow the brand to focus on its most active markets on its initiative to electrify its products portfolio. So I know a lot of times in the past, Miles, we've mentioned Formula E, which has their team, I believe it's Sebastian Buemi and the second driver escapes me at the moment, but they're still involved with Formula E, but they are backing out of F1, sadly. So this may be our last reporting on F1 directly. Anyway,
so we'll have to report on EDAMs this year, which is a lot. You know, it really is a huge. It's starting to get some good traction as a spectator sport. So people are going to look back. I really feel like in the next 5 years, they're going to look back on what's happening with these EDAMs, like the old vintage stuff that happens with the F1 racings back in the day. So, it's all going to start somewhere. And guess what? Nissan's at the forefront, and they're kicking ass at it. So
they really are.
What? So get out there, support the Nismo teams, what little we have this year because of money budget issues. But guess what? Get out there, support them in the few that we have here around the states. All right. So talking about what's going on in the states and in and around, I should say, we'll call it the continent. But there's also an article that graced our presence about that came with us because we were talking about the Nissan Macra
Ooh,
spec series that was happening
yes,
out in Canada. Remember we were talking about that, and somebody sent us a link
yes.
for the that it's changing a little bit. You want to talk about it?
Sure. All right. So yeah, in the past we've mentioned that there is a series cup where they use what's the Nissan Micra Cup um, series in Canada for the 2021 season. Those teams or the series as a whole are upgrading. I hate to say upgrade, but they are moving into the Centra Cup essentially. So the Micro Cup is now becoming the Centra Cup, and this is a series. Again, I say this out of Canada. The Sentra is actually a higher powered vehicle. I would think that from a sales standpoint, more and more people have them. So maybe in terms of relating to the um, the viewers or participants, I like this change. So the
Well, the
Sentra has
mic,
a
yeah, the Micro
Mhm.
Cup series was amazing. I mean, if you think about it, it had how many teams and how many compacted races in a short amount of time, and they were all like fighting at position to get in there because they only had a limited number of teams that could qualify to get in there, and they were all jam packed to get in there. So if that's any indication of what's going to happen with the Centra um, series, I'm pretty excited, man, because they obviously got the funding, they have the interest level, and you have all these teams wanting to get in there and participate. And I mean, that speaks in volume
yeah.
to what they could potentially do. I wish we could have something here stateside that was just as cool.
I really wish so because uh,
You know,
you mentioned it. I'll be honest. I have yet to see an actual race, but it's definitely piqued my curiosity. It is a very affordable race. If you wanted to get into it, I mean, I don't know the price point, but I know, relatively speaking, it's very, very low to
comparably.
enter this type of race. Now, the Micra itself had 109 horsepower. It's sort of like a stock series. What would you call it? Micra Spec Cup of some sort. And now they're doing this anyway with the Sentra, which is 149 horsepower. So they're definitely upping the horsepower. Dare I say, upping the excitements of having a more powerful car in this league. Um, the one thing I wanted to mention, so and here's a few pictures, by the way, for those who are interested. Again, they're taking a stock vehicle, again, gutting out the interior, adding a safety harness, straps, and everything else. They are standard transmission vehicles. There's not an automatic transmission to be found. Thank God. This is again for the excitement of being a driver and a participant on this thing. Um, I really think that this is definitely a good move forward going forward. This boosts my interest and I really want to see the next races here. They've got 4-pot calipers, stainless steel lines, and relatively speaking, it is a very, very affordable uh, race to get into. I'm sorry I don't have the link at the moment, but it is a
Fine. We're giving them a lot of data. Got to toss the 6 point in there and make it happen. But that is
yeah.
pretty cool, man. I mean, regardless, I'm pretty excited that Nissan. I mean, I always felt that Nissan needed to get back into their grassroots of racing, get back into SCCA when the budget allows, get back into IMSA. You know, now that IMSA and the SCCA are married together or doing a loose courtship or loose groping session of seeing if it's going to work out between the two of them, just getting back together, seeing if it works out just for the kids. But
Yep.
you know, I've always felt that, and I always felt they needed to get back into grassroots motorsports, grassroots support at the corporate level for the grassroots stuff. I mean,
Mhm.
dude, I would love to see. quarter mile support, with Nissan. But you know, this is a what do we say when one of our first or two episodes that we started with? This is a tie the belt type of year. This is the year where we just like, hey, we got some drama going on. We just got out of a really bad relationship with with the president. We don't know if we're ready to date exclusively. So yeah, so I
That
mean, I can understand the circumstances. I can understand where there's precautions. I love the fact that they're still supporting Super GT and they're doing what they can where they can. But yeah, I love the fact that this is going on. I would love to see some more spec class stuff. I really think that's where Nissan's always shined. But I would we've always been like that.
Yeah. And you've been a big fan of grassroots racing in general. So, I mean, this is literally grassroots at its finest. Um, just to give you a number here, too, roughly 31 31,000.
Tom Troy said, "Yeah, just think of Spec Miata, but slower." It's like, oh, is he kicking the balls Wednesday already?
Oh, man.
Jesus Christ!
And to answer Ion's question here about this, yes, these are front wheel drive vehicles still. Again,
And
if
by the way, series is spelled differently. Ion, you're a college graduate. Respect the wording. All right. So,
um, relatively speaking, though, yes. I mean, I really like the idea. $31,000, relatively speaking, it's a very, very low price point to enter this league. Just like you said, I really wish this finds its way into the United States. The sooner, the better. If it kind of reminds me, I mean, I know lemon leagues like the Lemons League or Chump Car are lower still, though. But for a new vehicle, I believe this brings a lot of excitement, though. Now, I do want to say, though, is that the current microcars, I believe those teams are not going away. I believe there is some part of transition. They're still part of racing for 2021. And this is really, really interesting. The Sentra cars will be qualified and up in front. The microcars will be on the back of the same
they're just
race.
doing like a 2 series, like a 300 and 500 they do in GT, or they're
Exactly, exactly.
like
You've got
Rolex
two
where they
different
split.
types.
They're just trying to get the most they can out of the track day money. Yeah,
You've
so
got two different series of races happening at the same time. So
those are
that brings a
so
lot of
crazy.
excitement,
Like
though.
I always tell people when you go to those series, like the Continental Tire series that's been going on for a few years now,
Yeah,
dude, it's crazy because you have two different things, and people are just like, "Oh man, is that guy racing against that guy?" So when I take people for the first time these races,
yeah.
I have to kind of explain there's two races happening at the
At the
exact
same
same
time.
time.
Yeah.
And it's just, but they have to do that with the costs that are involved with some of this stuff. So that's crazy.
It's really, really cool to see, though. I can relate this to a Continental Cup series that I had seen not too about couple years ago, and it's really, really cool to see because yeah, when you are on that prototype league or the faster of the two series, you're maneuvering your way not only through the let's just call it what it is. It's a slower league. Those cars, you're maneuvering through those cars, but you're also trying to keep up with your competition.
It's a lot of
And
traffic to cut through and pass by, and especially if somebody's like some slow guy and he don't want to give it to you, you're just
yeah,
like, oh, now I got to pass this bastard on the corner, which I was saving that corner for the guy that I had to take it out on. You know what I mean? So I
yeah.
get it. It's like it's all chess moves, and when you got something else that's in there, like when you got these people that are taking up your spots and getting in your way, I can completely understand. Oh, damn, Brianna's on.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So there
Spec
was two
Z is
mentions
still
here.
an active series.
Yes. So the Z spec. So there were questions by Tom saying spec Z, and Brianna did also mention here spec Z is still an active series, real big in the mountain region, Utah area.
They
So
run off of moonshine up there, from what I understand.
I'm actually really excited too because the Z Spec series had been happening even let's just say the 350 days when those were brand new. The
Yeah,
Spec Z, that's a sign around the time that Nissan really got into that series. I
yeah.
hadn't heard too much of it lately, but I'm glad to hear that it's still
Well,
happening.
it's a cutback year, so it's like I completely understand anything that didn't happen in 2020. I mean, it's a stupid year that it's been. So, but Brianna's our contact over there at Nismo here in the United States, and she is
Yeah,
the man. And yes, I said it right. She's the man. I absolutely love her. I'm curious to see what they're going to be doing for the next year in the off road stuff. I'd love to see Z1 stab one of those new frontiers. And they got the cars, they got the manpower, and they've got the budget to do it. And we'll have to talk to Russell and the boys and John and those guys over at Z1 and see if they
Yeah.
want to get in some off road series. They got it.
Lots of things happening, man. Definitely a big player in the game.
So,
And if
yeah,
anybody wanted to make a splash into those racing series, like you mentioned, Z1 is definitely one of those
yeah.
companies that is that can do it for
Yeah, and
absolutely.
kudos to Nismo for stepping up their game in this last year for continued support for all the aftermarket stuff, and then everything that they've got going on. They're still doing part development. They're doing redevelopment on some of the old part stuff and giving
Yeah.
us guys that drive some of this old stuff, giving us some cool parts again that were once lost to us. So kudos to them.
Awesome.
But
Awesome.
we got more crap to go over.
We do. We do. This, I know, Miles, you mentioned that you wanted to take a moment of your day here, and
Go on.
I'm going to write this out here. This was a segment that we've done a few times in the past. We probably should do more of.
The checkouts.
Let me
Yeah,
see
things you should be
here.
checking out.
Things you should be checking out. There you go. Yes. So this part of the episode, Miles, you mentioned a few things that for those who are listening, and there are some things. So I'll let you take the lead on this one.
All right. So I don't know. I always like small innovations, and we're in the age of like all these really cool things that the small business guy can really get out there and do some cool stuff. We have enough options for outsourcing stuff. I'm seeing some really cool we've always seen like really cool shirts, banners, hoodies, people doing some cool stuff like that. But now I see a lot of guys doing like 3D print stuff of parts that I've never seen that I thought were once lost and now they're being developed. And somebody took it upon themselves to make something pretty darn cool that I thought
Okay.
was pretty innovative. And I talked about it a little bit on the last episode. It came up on one of the Facebook feeds, and this guy needs a damn website. But we'll talk a little bit about what he's got going on here. But these plates, I know it seems dumb.
Here, let me
Um,
set you up. Let me set you
yeah,
up
yeah, yeah.
here.
Bring it on.
There you go. There
So
you go.
I know, and I talked about these plates, and I sounded like a crazy person when I found them. But by the way, if you want to get his information right there, the Dead King at hotmail.com, that is a Mr. Michael Peterson. And I bought some of these, and I absolutely love him. By the way, I bought you one, Mike, because I like you.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. So I
Oh,
bought
buddy,
you one.
thanks so much,
I
man.
got one, and you got one. So these, where did you see these last?
Myself. Okay, so these I had seen, and I believe you mentioned it too in the past, which was in various advertisements or commercials. This was something
Thank
that was
you.
a dealer
From the
option.
90s.
Well,
From the 90s.
from
Yeah.
the 90s, absolutely. Yes,
Unattainable.
yes,
Right. We
yes.
were never going to get these. And then you saw them when you went to Japan. You went and you stepped in Zama. They had these. These were
Mhm.
on the cars. They had them for each individual car. This one in particular was for the Z32, which I happen to have one of those. So
Mhm.
I absolutely love the fact that he took the time to remake these at a reasonable cost. I think he's selling these at about $20 with a shipping
Yep.
cost at around 650. So you can reach out to the Dead King at hotmail.com for these until he gets his ish and gear and gets themselves a website. But I mean, come on, look how much that looks cool. I mean, come on.
Let me make sure I got this right. I'm sharing this with the comments. Deadking at hotmail.com. Is that correct?
Yeah, yeah, pretty good.
Okay, make sure.
But I mean, I don't know. It just to me, it just sets off the card. See, there you go. That was the original classic look. I wish
For the,
Nissan would have made them, but hey, as and that's kind of one thing being in twinturbo.net as long as I have for as many years as I have. Sometimes you just got to make stuff yourself. It's not always going to be there. So, kudos to him for making those. I was really a big fan of those. Smart ass. So, Ion. And but yeah, I mean, really cool stuff. And by the way,
yeah.
he just as a little bonus, he made these. Oh, hold on. He made these actually as well, which, by the way, Booyakasha. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh, you have one on your hats.
Boom!
Nice. Oh,
So
you're a customer.
yeah, I had
Yeah.
I'm not only the customer. I'm the but no, man, it was really cool. I was really a fan of those. So if you get a chance, get out there, support the scene, and it's little stuff like this. By the way, if you have cool stuff out there, or you're an innovator, or you're a shop, send us links to this kind of stuff. We'll feature you on here. We always love to make sure that the community is supporting itself. Any new products that are coming out, I am a nerd for all that stuff. So just make sure to let me know that it's out there. So
Absolutely. I like the fact it's very period specific.
yeah,
I like that thing. When you find vintage, granted this is not vintage, but it definitely is a tribute to what vintage was when these cars, the 300ZX Z32 had come out. This is definitely a vintage piece, period correct piece. So yeah, for those who are interested in this, uh, again, the email had been up there. You can go ahead and contact this guy. And I'm a fan, honestly. Thank you, by the way.
oh yeah, for the license plate
Yeah,
tag.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
Play your cards right. Maybe I'll give you.
Can I share something? I want to share something with you as well.
Of course you can. What do you got?
So for me, things you should be checking out. I'm going to share my page here. Now, before I start, I should say this. I have a right-hand drive 300ZX Z32, and this car was not perfect. Most cars that are 30 years old are not. So I need parts to replace, to improve, let alone OEM parts, performance parts. And for a right-hand drive car, a lot of times that's not as easy as it seems, as if it was a left-hand drive American version of the same car. So I've had to get creative, and Miles, I believe you showed me this site, and it's led me onto a really good experience. So I'll share it for those as well. For anybody who's interested in authentic JDM parts, now there are a number of ways to do it, but this is the one that I've used, and here you go. Joss.com. This is a really, really cool site. It is for anybody who's trying to get something from Japan, from overseas, and are worried about the number of steps that it takes to secure it, to package it, to get it to your house. This is a one-stop shop for you to get those things. And it's not just car parts, it's anything that's listed. You can just do a search here. I'm going to do a quick search for you, Miles. So in this case, I'm just going to type in, let's just go in and say Nissan and see what happens here. But
Really?
in the past, I was able to get a set of wheels, two-piece wheels that are very, very hard to get. I got them from this site, and this site connects itself with Yahoo Auctions Japan. They connect themselves with what are the other sites? It actually mentions here Amazon Japan, Rakuten, a number of sites, and this is essentially the middleman that will receive the parts for you. They will package them for you and send them to you. Now, granted, I will say that the experience with Joss or whatever it is, there is a fee on top of the price of the part. They kind of nickel and dime you just a little bit, but it's rightly so. I mean, how else are you going to have that security of buying something that's thousands of miles away? Was it 7,000 miles away? So just getting into, I should have picked a more specific thing. Let's go ahead and just put 300ZX just to see what's out there. Again, for anybody who's out there, if you want some authentic stuff, this is the site where you can safely do it and have some confidence in what you're doing. Okay, so in this case, you've got a few models here. You got some tail lights, side markers. This is something that's definitely specific to Japanese models here. At least these are. I had an issue personally with some turn signal harnesses. Harnesses in general for a right-hand drive vehicles, they're hard to come by. So this site definitely helps on that. I had an issue with actually an air compressor. This is the site that'll help you out with that. So for anybody who has a curiosity, I definitely want to share this site with you guys. Joss.com.
All right. So we
Yeah.
have to keep on time here
Yes,
because
we
we're
do.
running over an hour. So let's step into the next portion we have here. It's going to be back alley chat. And so
Yeah.
normally we would pick a subject and kind of go from there. I think today, this is our last episode for 2020. So, I mean, it's been one hell of a year, and a year that gave us the greatness of Tiger King. It took
Okay.
away so much from us. Nissan had one hell of a year. Um, we lost a lot of people this year.
We did. We did.
Um, we had a lot of bad experiences. We feel like we're all in a hole underneath the Earth's crust.
We did get the new Proto Z Proto.
We did.
Can I
We did.
can I be a little ray of sunshine there for you?
Small ray. It's like a
Yeah.
poke a hole in the foil that is my window. But yes, yeah, I would agree. We've had a little bit of rays of sunshine. We've had some opportunities to look towards the future. But yeah, it's been a pretty bad year. But let's recap. What has happened in 2020. You and I started this.
We
You
did.
know, we just did this so we would give something for some of you guys to listen to. I don't know why you'd want to listen to us, but
Thank you
sure.
for being here, by the way, guys. For those who are listening, those who are here, thank you so much.
As we've upscaled from Mike's mother being the only active listener that we had. We now have I don't know, what are we up to? 10 followers? Just kidding. We've got a lot, quite a bit. Hey, give me one more. Come on. Okay. Yes, drink it
I'm
down.
finally getting to the soda part of it, so it's not too bad right now. So
That's why you need the
yeah, yeah,
Venus
yeah, yeah.
bourbon,
I'll
whatever
get
you're
there.
drinking.
I'll get there. Hey, your turn. Your turn. You got to have one as well.
Oh, okay. Daddy can drink. All right.
Oh, you still have your sweep the leg there? No more.
I already drank it. It's already in my gullet, son. All
You
right. It's
did.
already making bad decisions. All right. So,
Moving on.
back alley chat. We're recapping the year. So, we started in March this year, if I remember correctly. Is that right?
Yes, we did.
Oh, man. And we've done multiple interviews along the way. Who did we cover this year?
So we started our first interview was with Josh Martin at the time with JDM Legends. Um, it was very grateful to have him as our first guest and a lot of fun. He was out in Utah at the time, and now he's out in Connecticut. So big moves for that guy. He had a lot of fun talking to him. And
We did Pepe
um,
Pombo this year, which was
Evan Bumbo.
iconic.
That was a
See,
two-parter too. That was a very filled episode
we had
too.
a lot of content. And yeah,
There was.
he's a legend. A lot of people don't realize how amazing he is, and he should be in all respects a Z31 god, racing god.
Yeah.
But I don't understand why that hasn't happened yet. I can't. I don't understand why he isn't mobbed like at ZCons.
There was a lot of racing history there that, like you said, yeah, it kind of goes unnoted sometimes, and I'm really glad we were able to spotlight that for just a moment. And his experiences with Nissan at the time and his race, like you said, yeah, the king of showroom stock, if I remember correctly, that was him.
His kids are still kicking butt.
They are. They are. It's a racing family.
They were just finishing up racing a week ago. I follow them on their Facebook links.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we did. Oh my God, who else did we do? We did
Now we
Mary.
also did Mary. Yes.
We did Chris Carl from the ZCCA.
We did a ZCon episode with him. Yes, we did.
ZCon episode. We were gonna get Mad Mike in here, but
2021. We'll definitely have that in store.
he just got a telephone line like 2 weeks ago.
A telephone line.
Yeah, well, it's a telegraph. I'm sorry. But no, we actually got to get him up for an interview here starting in January. We got a lot of interviews set up for the next upcoming year. Brian Thompson, designer of the Nissan Pulsar and the Nissan MVs. We've been meaning to get with him for a while. We've been meaning to get with so many people. We need to get Brianna on just to kind of talk about Brianna.
That would be fun. Yeah.
Her Mad Mike's supposed to come on. God knows that's going to be 2 or 3 episodes because You
Ever
know,
so the character, yeah.
yeah, we got race car drivers we've been meaning to get with. Leitzinger, I've been meaning to try to get back with him for a minute. It's
Hmm.
just been such a jam packed year. I didn't think we were going to be as big as quickly as we are, but I'm
A lot
thankful.
of fun.
Yeah, I'm thankful. You and I have done a road trip or two. We need to do probably another road trip.
That one felt really, really good. I'm really glad you had. It just so happened that I had a week off from work at the time, and we made a trip to Colorado Springs.
You allowed to
You
leave the country? Maybe we should go to Canada.
for a micro cup, for a Centra cup.
I'm just saying.
That's wishful thinking, but I like the idea. Let's see what we can do.
Yeah, maybe we'll cover it. Do something.
Well, we definitely have to make it for ZCon. By the way, let me just say that 2021 going forward,
Colorado
ZCon is a must.
Springs.
No matter what, we need to be at ZCon.
We got to make that one. So
Yeah.
we'll try to make something cool a little bit later. There's a yeah. We'll talk about it as we get into the upcoming 2021. And God, we picked up a Datsun in Colorado Springs and hauled that sucker back, and I don't know, it was crazy. Yeah,
We did a lot of things here actually too.
so we
We
covered
that
five.
was actually my highlight for the year to go out to because of the pandemic and everybody's telling you to stay in your house. For us to actually have gone, granted we were definitely within ourselves. We weren't too outgoing. We weren't like in a crowd of people.
Mhm.
Uh, with amount of risk is very low risk in my opinion. But to make it out to Colorado Springs and then the whole trip along the way, Albuquerque, Roswell, those trips, a lot of fun, and
Yeah.
I'm glad that we were able to make those trips.
Yeah, we had a good time. So I want to do more of those if we can for the year. If anybody's got any events that are coming up for 2021 and you want to get in on early promo, let us know. That way we can make sure that we're promoting your event. Even if you've got something small business, we're a community. Please let us know. This is what we're here for.
Hmm.
We're here to promote you and bring that community together, make it that much more stronger than what it is. Doesn't matter if it's Z stuff. We cover it. We try to cover everything. We just
We
haven't
want to cover everything. Yes,
just yet. So if you have something, Infinity, Datsun, Nissan, give it to us. Let us know because we want to make sure that we're supporting you where you're at in your neck of the woods, all over the world, regardless Australia, Canada, Mexico, anywhere. You let us know. We'll cover it.
absolutely. And of course, getting back to the idea, this is interactive. I definitely want to open up the comments. Any questions for those who are listening? For you guys want to ask us? It could be
Anything you want
questions
to see next year.
related to the holiday, related to Nissan, related to anything. This whole episode was meant to be interactive, so feel free. We're getting near the tail end of the episode. Feel free to reach out and let us know. We'll definitely share you. I'm ready to answer questions. I don't know about you, Miles, but yeah.
I'm scared to death.
Well, can I start with one? Let me go ahead and start with one, Miles. I'll go ahead and first question for you, sir. Uh, Let me go
Oh,
ahead and let's do it from this. What are your New Year's resolutions, Miles? 2021 is upon us. We've got a whole, in many ways, people think of this as a time to reset, to reestablish for your priorities for the next year. What are your goals? What do you plan to do in 2021 personally? And, dare I say, your car. What kind of build goals do you have for your cars in 2021?
I think those are combined items. I just need to finish one of my project cars. So haven't had an opportunity to do a lot of that. I'm going to blame this or that, but guess what? Just I'm just I'm going to do what most guys to do with project cars. I'm just going to blame everything else on everybody else. Then I'm going to just slowly hate myself more and more for not getting it done. But no, I've got project cars that I've got to finish out this year. I hope to get those done on a personal level. That's what I would like to do. Um, I don't know. I got to make sure that I get you squared away with your car since you're just learning how to turn wrenches. You're still a
Man, you downplay
yeah.
my skills so much. I've built two Z32s, so I don't
Have you?
know.
Have you?
I have. No, I didn't say they were done correctly, but I
I'm just
gave.
saying. I needed some help from these guns right here. Where's the
Yeah.
bathroom? It's over there.
You've definitely been my backup. I will
Where's
give you
the
that.
beach?
When
Beach
I've needed
is over
help,
there.
man, you've been my resource.
Where's the
Absolutely.
toolbox? The toolbox over there. It's right there. You need that 10 millimeter over there. But yeah, I'm always happy to help people on a local level, and but yeah, I need to work on my own personal stuff here soon and
Mhm.
handle everything else. So
So, for me specifically, my goals for 2021, the car build is
Z32, by the way.
well, absolutely yes, the 300, yes, the 300 ZX 90 through 96, at least in America here too. So, um, my goal is definitely 2021 ZCon Colorado Springs. I want to have my car decked out, ready to go. I'm talking not only I mentioned the last time the suspension pieces I've yet to go ahead and install on that, but I have interior pieces. The thing needs a new set of window tint in general. The AC system refreshed
you're nerding
on
out.
that. Yes, I'll
Stop
get into that.
nerding.
But I definitely have those that ready for August, which I believe ZCon will happen in August 2021. Now, also that I have a carburetor for the 620. Carburetor went out, so that is my probably
I
most
thought you
current
were,
goal.
I thought you were gonna try to pitch parts right now for a quick second. I got a carburetor. Anybody needs any
No, 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 no. I
PayPal? Here's my PayPal. Like just
no, I'll be honest with you. My 620, since I had first built it back in 2013, has been very reliable. I took it to Georgia and back for a couple of years, and I was so proud of it being just so. I mean, they're such basic vehicles. It doesn't take much to keep them running, and it just so happened the carburetor started to have a leak, and so now I have to go ahead and pull that out and essentially rebuild the carburetor. So that's my goal. First thing of 2021, that's what I'll be doing. Get that thing roadworthy again, and then I just like at the very minimum for all my project cars to run at the same time. That's something that I hold personal, so I will do that. And then so that's me. That's me. Carburetor on the 620, and get the Z32 running for ZCon 2021. Anyway, that and lose a few pounds. I would like to do that personally. Get rid of this. So we'll go
what?
from there.
What do you got there? It's a little
Just a
double
little bit.
little triple chin, little double tug. It's all right, dog. You know what you need to do? Grow one of these and you hide it. That's what it
I
is.
can reshape my whole face with a beard, couldn't I?
You could. You could.
Go for a beard.
Put
Yeah,
some sun
yeah.
on you. Like I need to take you. I need to sun hide you. Like just put you out in the sun, like on a rock in the desert, and just tan you like an old couch or something. Just
Yeah.
so. But anyway, let's. So we've got to wrap up everything here for the year.
Yeah.
Again, we've got some new changes coming on. We're going to do a lot more of these live feeds, a lot more interviews with folks coming on. And we're going to have probably do a lot more invitees. So we're going to be bringing on people, just regular people that want to jump on. If you want to be a contestant, is that the right word? If you want to be
Contributor.
a
Yeah.
intruder,
Yeah.
attendee, sir, if you want to be on one of the podcasts, definitely reach out to us. Let us know through the Facebook group or through our email. Drop it, Mike.
Yes. Let me go ahead and set that up. It's going to take a second here, but yes, 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 yes.
Type.
Let's go ahead.
So yeah, definitely let us know if you want to be on the event. Again, if you have any news, we're always looking for that. Um, and then we've got some podcast network news. We've recently made some changes. We've updated our website. You did.
Yes, we did.
Kudos. Thank you.
Yes, let me go ahead and mention that for just a second. So, by the way, anybody who is curious, they have questions, or would like to contribute in some way, at the very minimum, info@nissannerd.com. Reach out to us directly. We're always looking for events that we can share. When that time comes, feel free to let us know about your events, and we can share it through this podcast. Um, also, suggestions. We're always looking for suggestions for content going forward, whether that be a certain person that you know that would be worth an interview, or a certain topic. We're always looking for topics of conversation. This is the email for you to go ahead and contact us about that. Info@nissannerd.com.
Yeah.
Getting to the website, I want to share some really, really good news. We've revamped the website just a little bit, and I'll go ahead and share this. People have asked us a lot of questions about where can we find you? And I know in the past I've always said all major podcast networks you can find us, including Facebook as well. To make it more simple, what you can do is go to nissannerd.com, and you're going to get this new link here, which will hopefully simplify a lot of that process. So I'll go ahead and share it. Is that right? Can you see that?
Man,
Yeah.
anything and
Uh,
everything you could want, I guess.
nissannerd.com. Yes, it will show you now everywhere that you can find us. Most popular podcast networks: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, Stitcher. We've just been added into Pandora. So if you go to Pandora, if you type in Nissan Nerd, you're going to find us. So I think that's pretty cool. That took a while for us to get our hands on, which I'm really happy we were able to do that. And then, of course, you've got Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're still trying to get a little bit stronger in our Twitter
Oh,
game, our Instagram game, but Facebook's essentially the most
down the
interactive
MySpace
at the moment.
page?
Say it again.
You took down the MySpace page?
My yes, yes.
We're old people. We're trying to get into the new world. So if anybody wants a multimedia, a social media job, let us know.
Yeah.
We'll
And,
hire
and, ju-
you overnight. So
and just to give you an example here, again, you click on the link here, it'll take you to Spotify, and you'll see all our episodes and past
wow,
past episodes, everything.
a
So
lot of
yeah, it was a lot of fun to make. It was really, really simple. I'm really glad I was able to find this and make this happen. So,
yeah.
absolutely.
Shout out to you, Mike, for doing the legwork on that, man. So
Thanks. Thanks.
all right, that's the last kudos I'm going to give you for 2020. You got to earn 2021. So let's move on. So, yeah, great live episode. I know you were hesitant about it. I think we had a good time.
Yep.
We've come a long way, as Gabrielle Edith said to us. Yeah, we're trying, baby. We're trying to get up
Yep.
there. So, but you gonna throw a couple fingers in your drink there?
Well, we're getting near the end, so I figured it's only right that I do so.
It's all right.
What about you, Miles? Are you refreshed at all?
I need to. Don't worry about Daddy. Daddy's got his own cough medicine. He's gonna step into here in a little bit. I got it. So, yeah, kudos to that. We've got the page updated. We've got the podcast networks kind of moving in our favor at this point, and we've got a lot planned for 2021. I want to say thank you to all our fans out there and our friends that have been supporting us through all this. It's been an interesting road to get where we're at, and we couldn't do it without you and your support. And
Absolutely.
again, if you have any information, anything you want to see in 2021, please let us know. That's how we get our content. That's how we're going to be moving forward with the next steps.
Hmm.
So I just want to say happy new year to all our extended family out there, to the Nissan family, all those employees out there that worked through all the
Oh
what who really had a lot to do
no.
with the deal with this year. So we lost a couple friends and family with Nissan. Had a lot of changes going on, but we've gained a lot of new ones. And yeah, we're gonna miss all of you, and we can't wait to see you all at the next event that we run into you all at. So
Absolutely. I've had a great time this year, Miles. Of course, this episode in general was us being able to kind of just unwind a little bit and actually just enjoy this new type of interface with those who are
yeah,
watching with us too. Thank you, every guys, for those who have been on here. Thank you for giving us a shot and sticking with us. Had a lot of fun with this, and yes, it's right at the end of the year.
Happy New Year's
Well,
tomorrow,
Happy
baby.
New Year's! Happy
Yeah.
New Year's to everybody. That's right. New Year's Eve is tomorrow, so we've got a. It's definitely a good time for all of us to.
Put 20
Uh,
in a bag, bury that sucker 6 feet into the ground, forget about it.
yep.
Screw you, 2020. I'm ready for 2021. I'm ready for some good things. I'm ready for the happiness and the love to come back. And we miss all of you. We can't wait to see you back. Can't see your smiling faces without the mask. And then, yeah, we'll figure it out as we go. Stay safe until then. Hope your family stays safe. And Mike, I'll when I dig up out of this hole, I'll see you soon, buddy. All right.
Absolutely, Miles. Well, until then, I will go ahead again with my drink here. I will say to you, "Kanpai, sir."
Come
Gan.
by.
You
Come
got
by.
it. Where is it at? There you go. Kanpai.
Come by.
All right.
Cheers, everybody.
Mm.
Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year, everybody, and we will see you in 2021. Boom.
And we don't have the music anymore.
Oh.
Can't afford that music anymore. All right.
Our
Well,
budget is not there yet. We'll have to we'll
spent it
fix that budget
all
for
away.
2021. All right, guys. Thanks.